Hello everyone. Hope you all are doing good. I have come back with one more game today. The game name is Kill Corona. In this game, I am going to use some new sprite. I will provide you the link for this new sprite in the description, or you can create it by your own. Now let's check the game, how it works. Killing Corona is going to add to your score, and killing good bacteria will cut your score down. So let's start first with adding up sprites. As I told you, I will give you the link for the new sprite in my description box. Now first, let me show you how this game how we can play this game. Let me start this button, and as I spray on this corona, this is going to add the score. But if I touches this to this bacteria, this is going to cut my marks or cut my score down. And if I spray on hands, it is going to give me a remark of good habit. Okay, so now let's learn about the coding. Now I am going to start with the new project. For that, I am clicking on this file button, and from the file button, I will click on new option. Now, in my previous video, I have taught you how to create this game or how to open Scratch on mobile phone. If you want to learn how to create or how to use Scratch on mobile phone, please check my previous video. The link is given in the description box. As I told you, we are going to use all the new sprites. For that, I am going to delete this sprite, as I've told you that all the characters in Scratch are called sprites. I'm going to delete this sprite, and here I have choose a sprite button. This time I'm not going to choose the sprite from the library. I will select upload sprite. Now when I click on this, I am going to select the sprite which I want. Corona. Let's let's decide the size of this corona. For now, as you can see, it is 100, and we are going to decrease the size. Now I have made the size of this corona sprite 8. You can also keep it little bit more or lesser. Let's upload our next sprite, that is spray bottle. Again, I am making it smaller. The size of spray bottle is 15 now. Now let's add good bacteria and hand. Let's keep the size of hand 15 and good bacteria 25. So now I am making the size of hand 25 and size of good bacteria will be 15. Sorry, it's 25 and let's keep the hand 20. Okay. Now we are done with the size of all the sprites. Now let's add backdrop. Now you know how to add backdrop. Here we have choose backdrop button. Now let's select outdoor, and from the outdoor I am selecting blue sky. You can change your backdrops colors by clicking on this backdrop option. I wanted to change the size or color of the sky a little bit. Okay. So now let's start with the coding part. Let's click over here. Can you see these three buttons over here? Coding tab, backdrop tab and sound tab. Okay. Now let's start coding with the spray bottle first. I'm clicking on the spray bottle over here, and as usual our first command from the event block is when clicked. Now this is the start button. As usual, all the games have start button. Now let's click on control block and let's take forever command. Forever command helps us to repeat all the action continuously. Now let's take the second command, that is from the motion block. Let's select the motion blocks and let's take the command move 10 step. Okay, now let's check what happens. Give me a moment. I think we have missed spray bottle. Let me add it again by using this upload sprite button. Let's make it 15 and now let's start coding this again. Event when click control forever. Now let's take Let's click on motion block and let's select from the motion blocks. Let's select point towards mouse pointer. Okay, now let's check what happens to this spray bottle. Can you see now this bottle is moving as my mouse pointer is moving. Okay, so it is moving along with the direction of mouse pointer. Now let's add one more from the motion blocks, that is move 10 step. Now can you see it is also moving now. Okay, but one thing is there, when I stop this bottle keeps on moving. We don't want this. For that, let's use some more commands. Let's code it more. For now, for that, I am going to use if command. Let's click on control and select if command. Here, from the if command, I am going to tell this spray bottle to move when my mouse comes near you. Otherwise, this bottle should stop. So that I am going to choose again a motion block. Again, I am going to use sensing, this one, sensing, and I am going to tell when distance to mouse pointer. This is what I am going to use. Okay, and the second one is I will choose from this operators. I will click on here and I will tell that if the distance to mouse pointer, as I told you, if my mouse is closer to this spray bottle, only then this spray bottle is going to move, otherwise it will stop. So I will tell this spray bottle to move when the distance to mouse pointer is 20, less than 20, then let's shift it here, then only it will move, otherwise it is going to stop. Now let's check. Okay, can you see now that this bottle is not moving when I stop? Okay, when I stop my mouse, this bottle is not moving. So what we did, first we took start button, then we took forever command, then we took point towards mouse pointer and move 10 step from the motion block. And to stop the bottle, when we stop, we add two more commands, that is from the operator, and next one is from the sensing, that is distance to mouse pointer. Okay, we are done with this. Now next is when this spray bottle touches to the coronavirus or hands and good bacteria, we want something to happen over there. So what we will do, we will go further and add some more codes. Let's click on event. When clicked, control block, then forever. Okay, now I have told you forever helps us to repeat all the action continuously. Now again let's select if command. Now, as I told you, spray bottle is going to touch all the sprites. So let's select if touches to corona virus. From the sensing, we will select if touches to coronavirus. What should happen? We want some sounds over here. Okay, so we are going to add the sound of spray bottle. For that I will go in sound block. I'll select start sound, and from that I will select the sound block sound tab, and from the sound tab I'm going to upload one sound over here, that is the spray bottle sound, which I have downloaded already. So let's select it. So I have downloaded, it's uploaded this sound. Okay, so let's use it now. Click over here and click on this sound. Now let's check what happens. Okay, so when this touches to coronavirus, it is going to make a sound of spray, which we want. We are done with the spray bottle. Now let's code to the coronavirus. Now, one more thing I would like to tell over here is which script or which code we are going to use the coronavirus. The same code we are going to use for our good bacteria and also to our hands. Okay, so pay attention over here. Once you learn this code, the same codes are going to use with small changes for other two sprites. Let's start with the coronavirus right now. And as usual, as I told you, our first command or our first code will be when clicked. Event block when clicked, and then we will click on motion block. From that we will select this one, go to random position. Okay, let's check what happens when we use this. Can you see? Now this coronavirus is changing the place. Okay, whenever I click on this, it is changing the place. So now let's use this forever command, and now let's check what happens. Okay, so when I use this forever, now I don't need to click on this flag. Okay, it is changing the place for a continuous basis. Now let's put over here from the control, let's put wait. Okay, so when I put this wait command, it is waiting for 1 second and it is moving there, it is moving its place. Okay, now again we can use one more thing, that is let's change the color of this coronavirus by adding looks. From the looks command or from the looks blocks, let's add change the color effect. Okay, I'm going to put over here. Okay, now let's see what happens. Can you see the color is changing? Okay, now this is done. Now let's move further and code. Click on event block again and let's add the score. For adding score, we have to use variable block. Okay, I'm going to click on the variable block, make a variable, and I'm going to name it score. We will keep it for all sprites. Click on OK, and then I am going to tell when to add up the score. Okay, now here again I'm going to click on control button forever. Okay, after adding forever, I am going to use if. Now here what is going to happen, if this coronavirus is going to touch the spray bottle, I want to add the score by 1. So for that I am going to click on sensing. I will click on this sensing. Sense this blocks related this block is related to all the sense, touching, distance. Okay, so I'm going to use this. If touching, now here can you see small triangle? I'm going to click on it and I will tell when touching to alcohol spray bottle, the name of the sprite is, the spray bottle name is alcohol spray bottle. I want my score to be changed by 1, so that I am clicking on the variable block. I will select this, change my variable. Okay, change my variable. Here again on the triangle I will click and I will select score, which is my variable. So now let's check what happens if I click on this. Can you see my score? The score is adding, right? Can you see over here? Whenever I touches to this coronavirus, the score is adding. So now we are done with adding the score. Now one more thing is, let's click on spray bottle and let's click on score this coronavirus, and at the top we will put when click set the score 0. Okay, set the score 0. So whenever we will play the new game, it will clear the score. It will clear the previous score and it will set it to the 0. Okay, now as I told you, the same script is going to be with the good bacteria and with the hand. Okay, so what you can do, you can copy paste it as it is. Okay, that you can do, what you can do, you can click over here and you can right click on it, duplicate it, and you can put it over here. Okay, you can do that also, but right now I am not going to do that. What I will do is I am going to add all the code so that you will understand it. Okay, now let's go on motion. This is the as usual, when click, then go on control, forever. From forever, after forever we are going to click on motion. From the motion we will go to random position, which will keep on replacing the place of our good bacteria. Right now let's check. Can you see? Okay, so now the good bacteria is changing its place rapidly. We will tell it to wait for 1 second. If you want, you can also give colors to that. If you don't want, you can keep it as it is. Okay, so I'm going to click on looks. I will change the color of this good bacteria also. Change color by, and now let's see. Yes, a good bacteria is also changing the color. Can you see this? It is changing the color. So now this is done. What we will do, we will move to the next. Again, let's click on this. When clicked, then again what we have used in coronavirus, the same script we are going to use over here, that is forever command. Then if touches to the spray bottle, now what should happen? This is good bacteria, we actually want it, we don't want to spray, we are not going to spray it. Okay, we are not going to sanitize it. Okay, because with we want this good bacteria. So what we will do, if we'll select this, if go to the sensing, touching to spray bottle, touching to spray bottle. I'm going to click on this small triangle. I will select alcohol spray bottle, and what is going to happen is over here in variable I will say that if this good bacteria touches to the spray bottle, score should not add but it should decrease. Okay, so -1. Now let's see what happens. Okay, if I touches to this, see, can you see it is going minus, right? So this is what exactly we want. Okay, now you can also give sound effect to this also. Okay, so what we will do, to this we will not give spray sound effect, we will add a new sound. Okay, again I will click over here to the sound. Okay, and let's add one more sound from this button, upload sound. Let's click on it, and I have one more sound, that is bubble pop. Okay, so I'm going to use this sound for this. Let's click on the sound and let's select start sound. Okay, right, I want this start sound, and I'm going to click over here on triangle. You can select the sound which exactly I want. Okay, so now let's see when I click. Okay, right, so I want this sound for good bacteria. Now let's go to the hand. Okay, again the same thing, event when clicked, we want to change the place. Now I think you know what will be the code is. We will use the code. First is forever. Okay, and then go to random. So click on the control and then let's select forever, then go to motion and go to random position, and then if we click on the random positions it is going to move rapidly. Let's click on the control button. Let's click on the wait for 1 second so that it will move slowly. Okay, and we are not going to add any score over here, we will just add when we click over here. So I want something to appear over here. So let's again, what we will do, what we will do over here is we will click on event, and then we will click on forever from the control, and let's select if from the control again, then sensing, if touching to spray bottle, alcohol spray bottle, we want from the looks say, it will say thank you. Okay, or let's say good habit, it will say good good habit. Okay, now let's check. Yes, so game is ready now. You can also use this say script to this good bacteria. We can put this say script over here and we can write that good bacteria fights off viruses. So you can do this over here also. Okay, so now let's check it. We are done with our game. Let's save it. We will give the name kill corona, as I have one already, so I'll rename it with the kill corona 1. Okay, now let's check. Okay, so let's start now. Can you see some spelling mistake is there? Let's change it. Okay, we forgot to delete O. Okay, now let's start. Okay, so now you can see that when I click on this hands, it says good habit. If I click on, if I spray on this good bacteria, then it will tell me good bacteria fights off viruses. And if I click on this corona, this is going to add the score. Okay, this is adding the score. And when I am spraying on good bacteria, it is going to decrease the score. It is going to cut down my score. Okay, and when I'm spraying on hand, it is giving me the message of good habit. Isn't it cool? And it's also tells us that we should sanitize our hands. Good bacteria is really good. It fights off with bad bacteria. Okay, we can exercise daily. We can eat healthy food. Okay, good habits. And now let me know, how do you like this game? This was my own imagination to create this game. Please write me in the comment. I would really like to hear from you. I'm trying to create a simple games for you, for the beginners. Okay, bye bye. Have a good day.